So one of the biggest takeaways that I had for this discussion is that the topic of free will is definitely a very complex topic. I think it's very hard for people to discuss without having, other premeditated biases that a lot of us are not really aware of. For example, spirituality, I think, has a big impact on how we feel about our free will, and also our morals and values. It's kind of hard to look at something without thinking about it through that filter of your morals and what you stand for and what you believe in. Another takeaway that I had for from this topic, I think somebody mentioned it in the comments, is that it is very similar to the topic of nature versus nurture. It's not a straightforward thing, that we get to make choices. Sometimes our choices are limited by who we are, where we live, our status of power, our government limits us from making choices. And sometimes that's good, but sometimes, it kind of keeps us in this bubble that we are not truly able to choose for ourselves, not necessarily individually, but also as a society together. Um, and a third thing that I want to mention in free will is that leadership, I think, is also important. We have, people in our society that are leaders to us that I think we kind of mirror their behavior and their perspectives. So, along with free will being something that we each have individual, it's also something that we do together as a society. As a society, we choose to go into certain eras of our country or in the world that we decide to do together. Not necessarily we all choose to do it together. Our society kind of leads us there by the choices that we make, and I think those choices reflect big influencers, such as our politicians and big celebrities and big economists and scientists. So I guess my main point is that free will is very complex. It's hard to look at it from an objective point of view, and it's also something that can be individual, but also something that goes together, with humans together as a team or organization or even as a society altogether. So, yeah, that's my takeaway.